What's good with y'all boys, man? We back with another One Piece discussion video, man. We back after another banger chapter. No break next week, so I gotta pump out the video fast. And plus, when the time y'all see my video, I'm probably gonna post this on Saturday. It's my birthday at the time y'all see this, so I'm probably out doing something when this video actually gets posted. So wish me happy birthday in the comment section, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, we ain't here for that. We here to talk about this banger chapter of One Piece, you know what I mean? So let's get straight into it, starting with the Zoro Lucci agenda. Now, let's start off with Zoro and Lucci, man. Now, I just really want to know why. I don't know if y'all was some Zoro haters, if y'all some Mihawk haters, so y'all downplay everything Zoro do to downplay Mihawk, or if y'all just be Sanji fans saying this. You know what I'm saying? And nobody was saying this in my comments, but you just in the One Piece community in general, for some reason, it's been this consensus by certain people that Zoro is struggling with Lucci, or Zoro it just can't hold off Lucci, or Zoro's going high diff with Rob Lucci. I don't know who or what delusional ass niggas be reading certain stories with their eyes closed, but y'all gotta stop that, bro. Zoro and Lucci probably have about maybe 7 to 8 panels in total being in combat. And for the first time, we see Zoro do a named attack, right? Now, let's break this down. We see Zoro's sword fly all up mid-fight because Lucci like knocked the sword out of his hand or whatever, I guess, right? So then Sanji comes in and he says Zoro is messing around with Lucci. First off, Sanji doesn't even like Zoro, and he's acknowledging that Zoro is messing around with Lucci, right? That's first things first. That tells you Zoro was not even going all out against this man, right? Second off, this is, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, this is the only time I've seen Zoro sit here and use 3-sword style on Lucci, my nigga. Dead ass every other single time I could have sworn Zoro's only had 2 swords out against this man, bro. You know what the fuck? I mean, I can't remember. I'm not too fucking sure. Maybe he was using 3 before, right? But even if he was using 3 before, this is his first named attack. After the first named attack from both of these niggas, right? Lucci does his attack, Zoro does his, they clash. Zoro goes right through. That's like how he did Mr. fucking One. You know what the fuck I mean? Spotted leopard hunt. Caught this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga acting like he's craving against this nigga, right? This nigga Zoro is playing, bro. Like, let's not do this shit of Zoro messing around. Zoro acting like he just can't beat Lucci. This was a low to mid diff fight. No higher than a mid diff, my nigga. This gives off the similar vibes like how when Luffy and Kizaru was clashing, going back and forth in Snake Man, we didn't really see too many named attacks. Then Luffy go gear 5, White Star gun his ass, and he's out. You know what I'm saying? This is similar to that. Not exactly the same, but it's very similar. All you Rob Lucci fans or Zoro haters, y'all can hold this one. He clearly mid to low diff this man. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get on to the most important thing, and that's the Gorosei this chapter, man. Now, the fucking Gorosei, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. This panel of all of these niggas looking ginormous as shit is very menacing. Not only do these niggas look menacing, 4 out of the 5 of them, because one of these niggas does not look menacing, but we're gonna talk about him in a second. This panel goes hard, you know what I'm saying? We all thought Giant Luffy was huge. Like, this nigga Luffy was just palming Giant, like when Saturn evolved into this bigger form, Luffy was just palming his head and Kizaru last chapter. Now, unless Luffy shrunk in this panel, or these niggas got bigger, you know what I'm saying? I don't know which one it is. We just gonna assume Luffy shrunk, because if Luffy is still in his giant form, then these niggas are insanely massive. Even if he's not in his giant form, we know how massive these niggas are, because these niggas are all bigger than Saturn, and Luffy was just palming Saturn. You know what the fuck I mean? So regardless, these niggas is huge, right? Now let's get into the Gorosei and who has what fruit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, we still didn't even get it confirmed if it was devil fruits, but we're all probably under the assumption that these are more likely devil fruits, right? Now, Saturn, he has the Gyuki. In a different translation I read earlier, this was called the Ox Demon. Mars has the Itsumade. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not too sure. Topman has the Hoki. And V.Nusjuro has the Bakatetsu or what the fuck? The Bakosu, whatever the fuck, right? That's what we're gonna call it. And Jupiter got the Sandworm. Now, tell me y'all order for just strictly the designs of the Gorosei of what y'all like in the comment section below. Number one, obviously gotta be the horse nigga, you know what I'm saying? We finna get to talking about him because he's basically the highlight of this fucking chapter. You know what I'm saying? Him and Zoro. But horse nigga with the sword, definitely one of my favorite designs out of all 5 of these niggas. The bird looks menacing as fuck. Like, look at him, man. It's like some bird, serpent, dragon looking thing. You know what I'm saying? He just look crazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And then the little fucking, the mustache nigga top, man, he got like some pig looking thing with husk and horns on it. It's like, imagine if, it's like, in my opinion, I'm getting the vibe if a rhino fused with like a pig or some shit. And that's what I'm getting out of his form or whatever the fuck. And then we got the sandworm, right? Sadly, the sandworm is, you know what I'm saying, kind of disappointed me. You know what I'm saying? Kind of disappointed me. When you look at it in this panel, he actually looks kind of cool. He doesn't actually look that fucking goofy, but, you know what I'm saying, seeing him from this angle right here looks kind of silly. I can't fucking lie. And niggas didn't know what the fuck his fruit or form was going to be, so it being a sandworm is kind of surprising. I didn't hear any nigga say that. If any nigga out here said you thought his fruit was going to be the sandworm, you are a fucking capper, so stop fucking capping, all right? But yeah, let me know which forms y'all like the best, and which Gorosei do y'all think are going to be the strongest. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna delve into that in a second because we're gonna start talking about the shit these niggas do this chapter. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below. Also, let's throw Saturn in there. Saturn's form is still nice as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I like the bird and the horse more. If I had to place my top 3, it'd probably be the horse, the bird, then Saturn, then Topman and Jupiter last. That's probably my 5 rankings for that. But anyways, now let's get into V.Nusjuro, right? So this nigga got spawned in. It's crazy how this nigga damn near like this nigga is on timing more than Saturn. Saturn came here, he wanted to talk to niggas. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to flex on niggas in a different manner and kind of talk down on them a little bit and then hit him with some shit. This nigga V.Nusjuro, he came in on straight timing. The moment he got summoned, he do his little horse noise. At first when I was reading the chapter, I thought this was him like using advanced observation to like look around the island for pacifistas or something, right? But no, nigga, the moment he gets summoned, he takes off, hits the ground running. This is a speed feat, nigga. He's running around. This is him running around looking for the pacifistas to slay, right? And I know they're just pacifistas. It's not like they're that strong, so I'm not really using this to hype up his strength. But this speed feat is insane. This is realistically what Kizaru should be doing. Kizaru should be blitzing niggas like this around the island, but he I don't know if he chooses not to or what, but this speed feat is nasty. He's just running around, he just comes up on all of them, and while he's running, he's just transforming into his hybrid form mid-stride, and he just slices this nigga clean, right? Now this panel right here goes hard, okay? But the crazy thing is, nigga, it's not even like it's a normal slice, bro. Because if you keep on fucking reading, he's freezing these niggas' circuits, man. He is freezing these niggas' circuits with his blade, right? And let's not talk about, we're not even going to get into discussion if this is a black blade he got or not. Because if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember it being a black blade. But right here in this panel, it looks black. Definitely could be because hockey's on it, but I don't know if it's a black blade. Hopefully it is, you know what I'm saying? That'll give Zoro more gauge. I'm all down for that as always, but yeah, we'll get into that another time, right? But him freezing this shit is insane. I do think this could have some good dialogue whenever he meets up with Zoro, because obviously everyone believes he's going to meet up with Zoro, right? He has a sword, fucking swordsman. I think one of his blades is a Katetsu, and I think Zoro constantly has been swapping out with those, so I'm hope Zoro get him a new blade, you know what the fuck I mean? Zoro should make a remark about his ice powers, how it's similar to Brook. Maybe Brook speaks on it. Maybe V.Nusjuro even gives us a little bit of lore on how that power works and how you're able to harness that. Maybe Zoro eventually gets it, and he can do the little ice slash it as well. That would be nice as fuck to see too. Alright, and now we got my nigga Mars, you know what I'm saying? My bird brain over here. This nigga is flying up in the air. It look like this, like I said, this nigga looks menacing. This nigga looks like he's ready to cause absolute havoc with this crazy bird looking ass face. Sanji, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. I understand how you wanted to warn everybody, but Sanji, you should have skywalked and Diomble Jambert or Ifrit John bait this nigga right in his goddamn mouth. If you would have did that, Sanji, you would have got just as much suckage as Zoro did this chapter. Oh God. But y'all want to know what's crazy though? If y'all look at the panel of the bird flying nigga, if you look below him, you can see this nigga V.Nusjuro blitzing all the past the features. Nigga, you see 1 right there, 2 right there, 3 right there, 4 right there, 5 right there, V.Nusjuro right there. And this how you know it's him, nigga, because you see the freeze above the dialogue right under this nigga's wings right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all can see it, but I peeked it when I reread this chapter when I was at work. But yeah, I just had to mention V.Nusjuro one more good time. But Mars, I guess he's trying to like destroy the dome or barrier to get inside or whatever, right? I don't know if he shoots like an explosion or some fire breath at it, or if he just runs straight into it. But all we see is him flying at it. He makes this little caw bird noise and that shit go boom. You know what I'm saying? It's assumed he probably got regen, because if he's just running into attacks like that, he's definitely probably going to revive, because he wouldn't eat the attack on purpose knowing he's not going to revive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to see what he does as well. Definitely believe him and Sanji should have an affair, whether it's a clash or fight. Like I said, we don't know if these niggas finna just leave. I think they're gonna leave, but Oda could end up having these niggas just have an all-out fucking fight here. I don't think so, but who never knows with him, right? But I really do hope Mars and Sanji clash or something. Maybe Sanji skywalks up there, does a little something before the arc's over, right? I hope so that happens, right? Now we got Luffy is left with the last 3 Gorosei niggas. I really thought Luffy was from the 3v1 do some crazy shit, but sadly that's not what happened. Let me make sure I'm still recording. I am. Saturn starts trying to, hit Luffy with his tentacles and shit again. Luffy dodges. The sandworm goes underground, right? And I didn't even peep this at first because when I was reading this on the other website, the chapter was very fucking blurry. He goes underground, goes under Luffy, swallows him. Dory and Bragi pull up, and then they cut this nigga's head off. I've seen niggas try to call this nigga a fraud for this. I don't know, like, y'all niggas be so quick to call people fraudulent, gang. Like, it's 2 things niggas will always do in the anime community. They quick to call a nigga a fraud, they quick to say somebody's a merchant at something, or they quick to say and just downplay a nigga for no reason. That's what all those things basically are, but my goodness, you know what I mean? It's just insane. Like, I don't know why niggas are assuming that all the Gorosei can't regenerate. You know what I'm saying? You think this nigga really just finna have him come here to get his head cut off in 1 fucking panel and he's done? Y'all niggas are stupid if you think that shit. This nigga can regenerate, okay? Trust me. He's gonna be back up next fucking chapter, going underground, doing some weird shit. But we do got Dory and Bragi pulling up, and Luffy is happy to see these boys. I did say this in my prediction video that I expected Dory and Bragi to meet up with Luffy this chapter, and that's exactly what happened. Now it's looking like we might have us a 5v5. I didn't know who the fuck was gonna fight who, but it seemed like my predictions might line up pretty good. Dory and Bragi, that's 2. Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, that's 5v5 right there. Gene Baker hold off Lucci. The only problem is will Kizaru get the fuck back up? We ain't see him at all this chapter. So I'm gonna assume no, but it's a break next week, so if I'm wrong, we'll be back in a few days making this fucking video. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if Kizaru, you know what I'm saying? Because who knows? Who knows what the fuck I was gonna do with him? But it's looking like that's what it's gonna be, a 5v5. Dory and Bragi off the other 2. Luffy fights Saturn. And in my opinion, this arc probably ends with Dory and Bragi sacrificing themselves, like I said in my prediction. Straw Hats get in the way. Important info gets revealed. You know what I mean? I'm already about 15 some minutes into this shit, I believe, so I'm gonna keep on yapping. Do y'all think Dory and Bragi will die? Like I just said, I think they will. We still haven't seen Ancient Robot though, so I'm gonna hold off on them dying because Ancient Robot could always take that place for them, okay? Because we still haven't seen him, right? Now, another thing I want to discuss this chapter is the time limit. We also see that these niggas say that they have 7 minutes left. I believe it started with 9 minutes or 10, well, like 9-10 minutes left, right? So I guess 2 minutes have already somewhat passed in a sense, right? So we are getting, the time does seem to be moving, way faster. I didn't expect us to get any type of notification on how fast the time was moving. You know what I'm saying? Considering the fact that we don't have a break, next chapter is going to be way fucking better than this one, just because this chapter, the past 2 chapters, like the setup work for what the next chapter's finna be. You know what I mean? So we done already got the niggas forms. He done got the panels explaining the nigga forms, each little individual shit. The giant spread with all of them. Luffy done already talked to the giants. Nigga, only thing now left is to get busy with these niggas and hear Vegapunk's message and dip. Ain't shit else. That and the ancient robot. That's it. Only things left. And low-key York, but I'm gonna make a video about York on his own at this point, just because I feel like we have to do that at this point, because I don't know where the fuck she's at. But I want to talk about Saint V.Nusjuro again, because I thought about this after I read the chapter. Saint V.Nusjuro, something about his form makes me think he could either be training the Holy Knights or overseeing who gets accepted into the Holy Knights, right? Because when you think of, and this is why I think this, because when you think of knights, knights usually ride fucking horses, right? Knights usually ride horses. Saint V.Nusjuro has a horse form while he's a swordsman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, imagine a knight if he could turn into a horse. Them niggas would be doing exactly what V.Nusjuro was doing. So I wouldn't be surprised if he has any correlation to the Holy Knights in some way, shape, or form. Like I said, whether it's training them, overseeing who becomes one, something like that. I feel like that could be a good tie-in. But like I said, man, this chapter was a banger, bro. Like I said, it lived up to the hype. When I was streaming yesterday, if you want to catch me streaming when I play other games and just talk about random bullshit, follow me on Kick and Twitch. Links will be in the description below. But when I was streaming the other day, my boy told me this was going to be, because he looked at the spoilers, he told me expect a chapter of the year, and he was not fucking wrong. This chapter was a banger. You know what I'm saying? Certified banger. V.Nusjuro coming out here with these nasty ass, cold looking ass feats. I swear to God, whenever him and Zoro fight, that shit is gonna go so fucking hard. That probably end up being one of my favorite fights in fucking One Piece. Because the way he just came in slicing everything just looks nasty. And I know when Zoro sees him, the dialogue probably gonna go crazy too. But do y'all think any of the other Gorosei members, like, what do you think some of their other powers could be? Because we saw this chapter, V.Nusjuro has like some ice thing. We already saw Saturn can like stare at niggas and they stop moving. We don't know what the fuck the other Gorosei might have. Now in this picture that's associated with TCB TCB posted, which looks like basically the Gorosei's real forms in Japanese lore. It has a fire on Topman's devil fruit, the little boar pig thing. So maybe he has flames of some sort. I'm not too sure. I'm just going based off of the pictures and what I see. But I wouldn't be too surprised if the fox, I said fox nigga. Oh my God, what am I talking about? If Topman, the boar looking nigga, has some sort of flame abilities. Same thing with the bird, just because it's like some dragon serpent looking thing, right? Obviously the sandworm should have sand earth related abilities. Shit like that. In Saturn and Venus-Zero, we kind of already got a gist of theirs. So it's really down to these last three, really these last two, because the Earthworm, I don't expect him to have nothing random, no random ass ability, but Oda probably would surprise us, and he might, just to make him look a little bit more cool, because Oda's just gonna have to do a better job of making that worm shit look cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Pretty sure a lot of y'all niggas feel that way about it. But I know it's probably some nigga there that fuck with the worm. It probably is. And I don't blame you if you do. It is what it is. It's a fucking story. You can like whatever you want. You know what I mean? But let me know, man, what y'all think about the Gorosei. What do y'all think about their forms being revealed? We didn't get it confirmed in this chapter if there were devil fruits. That's the only thing I'm kind of scared about. Because usually when Oda reveals this shit, this panel right here, when we got all 5 of them lined up and he said the name, usually this is where we get the devil fruit. But we didn't. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get it. So are they just these entities? Is this just them? Is it no fruit and it's just this? I don't know. Next chapter, because there's no break, so we'll be able to figure this out in the next 4 or 5 days. If in the next chapter he doesn't say they're fruits, I'm 100% convinced they don't have them and they're just demonic. 100%. Because there was no reason, only reason he delayed it this long was because he was waiting for all of them to show up. And now all of them showed up. And he still ain't confirmed if it was Mythical Zone. Now, one person could think, oh, it doesn't have to put Mythical Zone for us to assume that. Okay, cool. Maybe he just didn't put it because he figured we all smart enough to know. But Oda knows what goes on in One Piece, man. He knows niggas will over speculate shit and all type of shit. So there was a reason why he didn't tell us. Because if it was simply a Mythical Zone, he would have simply told us. It could still be, he could just be waiting for it. But we gotta hold out judgment on that. You know what I'm saying? One more thing I wanted to add in that I forgot to discuss while I was doing all this yapping. I didn't discuss who I thought were the strongest Gorosei members. Now, obviously, from this most recent chapter, it's going to be a little bit of recency bias, but I definitely got V.Nusjuro as the top one Gorosei. Then I got Mars. Honest to God, I really want to put the Sandworm third just because he's the youngest one here, and I feel like there's no purpose in having everybody else be over this shit and making one young nigga unless he gonna be at least top 3 or have an important role to the plot. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sandworm was top 3, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. Fucking V.Nusjuro, Mars, and Topman probably top 3. Real shit, bro. Real shit. V.Nusjuro is definitely top 3. Mars is definitely top 3 in my opinion. The last spot just comes down to who the fuck is finna step up. Saturn can easily claim that third spot. Same thing with Sandworm or Topman. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it could be Sandworm because I feel like just because he has somewhat of an underwhelming design and an underwhelming devil fruit or form as a whole, he could just be stronger or have stronger abilities to offset that. I think I've covered everything I need to cover for this video. I'm going to get to editing this shit. And yeah, boys, y'all should have this video coming out on a Saturday. Like I said, I'm probably finna be celebrating my birthday today. So wish me happy birthday in the comment section. Love y'all, boys. W chapter. And I'm out, man. Peace out.